Welcome to Amaka Intellectual Factory, where I host podcasts and many other interesting stuff. So today I'm gonna be reading an article that I'm gonna be uploading on my website, www.amakaintellectualfactory.com. And the article is titled, Selena Gomez's Ogbanje Crocodile Tears for Criminals, and a serious US problem in the near future. Right after President Trump was sworn into office on January 20, 2025, he went straight to work, starting with his executive orders. President Trump acted with a swift urgency that demonstrated that our dearly beloved Chief Executive and Commander-in-Chief of the Army and Navy of the United States understood the plight of the people of the United States of America. The US's open border crisis rose to an epidemic level during Obama's administration. Just when you thought it could not get any worse, Biden's administration doubled down in its US open border policies. Honestly, I am surprised that the US did not suffer a violent military invasion during Biden's administration. It is only common sense that any person taking over from Biden's administration does something quickly to address this open border crisis. Therefore, President Trump's executive orders addressing these U.S. open border crises should not come as a surprise to any well-meaning U.S. citizen and even U.S. immigrants. President Trump made it very clear that he was going after the criminals first. Let me tell you, there are so many of them that by the end of his 4-year term, he still would not have gotten rid of all the illegal immigrants committing crime in the US. Barely after the first roundup of illegal immigrants with criminal records, Selena Gomez took to the internet with her Ogbanje Crocodile Tears for Criminals. Somehow, she does not care that President Trump and even the immigration officers conducting these roundups are repeatedly stating that they are focusing on the criminals. All she knows is that as long as they are Mexican or Hispanic, they can do no wrong in her eyes. This is not the first time she expressed empathy for illegal immigrants with criminal records. The last time Selena Gomez went viral, the late comedian Joan Rivers had a word for her.
Palestine took it back. Selena Gomez tweeted a pro.
Selena Gomez. Oh, yeah, that college grad.
All right, Joan. Thank you,
John. Thank you so much.
Well, if Selena said that.
Did Rihanna have to take it back?
Tell her, let's see if she can spell Palestine.
Selena Gomez. Oh, yeah, that college grad.
Now this brings me to a problem the United States will inevitably face in the future, unless something strategic is done to address it. That is the epidemic of unpatriotic Americans strongly taking anti-American positions. Let me share a personal story with you. A few years ago, I attended the wedding of an American female relative of mine, born and raised in the United States, and has never been to Nigeria. She is a true American. Her mom is Nigeria, her father is a Black American, and she was getting married to a white American man. The reception of the wedding was at a lovely location and was going great until the bride of the occasion completely lost it. She was mad that the US flag was up at the wedding reception and demanded that it should be taken down immediately. The Nigerians at the wedding were confused as to why that was an issue, but unbothered. While the Americans were sort of torn between that should be an issue and that should not be an issue. Every wedding picture with the US flag in the background had to be retaken, and she said she was not gonna pay twice for the photographs retaken. I love my cousin, and you should feel nothing but love for my cousin. She is a sweet girl, and now she has a very beautiful child. However, this is very telling of a future problem that the US has to address immediately. This is not peculiar to my cousin. It is a problem that I observed develop under the Obama administration and get out of control under the Biden administration. What we need to understand is that this unpatriotic behavior among a lot of US citizens was systematically and strategically orchestrated. So how does this relate to Selena Gomez's Crocodile Tears? You may ask. Well, keep listening. Selena Gomez was born in the US and is a living testament of the American dream. She enjoys a luxury lifestyle that millions of US citizens can only dream of. Yet, of the myriads of problems in America, she repeatedly only shows empathy for people crossing into the US border illegally. This is a repeated pattern of behaviors you would find among Hispanics in the US. Come to Los Angeles. It feels like over 90% of LA residents are Hispanic. I do not know what the actual percentage is, but it sure feels like over 90% are Hispanic. The reality is, this is the new face of America, and they do not necessarily assimilate. Their population explosion is a recent phenomenon that is quickly turning the US into a bilingual country because of their refusal or inability to assimilate. I cannot count the number of times I have witnessed Hispanic people rock their Mexican, Salvadorian, and other Hispanic flags with so much pride that made me think they recently just migrated into the US, only to find that they are a third, fourth, or even fifth generation American. They were born and raised in the US. So were their parents, and sometimes even grandparents. These are relatively decent people. The serious issue here is the tendency of Hispanic migrants' refusal to properly assimilate into the US culture and beliefs. That is, the US Constitution and other laws on civil liberties. A typical West African child is already Americanized after about 6 months in the United States. And as has been my experience and observation, US immigrants who refuse to embrace the US culture and beliefs tend to view other US immigrants who embrace the US culture and beliefs as hostile. I feel so sorry for the US citizens and immigrants who had to go through high school, college, and university under Obama's administration and Biden's administration. These people went through a very terrible brainwashing, which included this unpatriotic indoctrination. This goes beyond the debate over the critical race theory. A lot of their teachers were these immigrants that refused to assimilate into the US and embrace the US culture or the US constitutional provisions. This is a whole generation of people. You cannot make America great again with unpatriotic American citizens. After President Trump's inauguration, I felt a deep urge to put a US flag sticker or the American bald eagle sticker on my car. But then I had second thoughts and decided not to do it because of potential vandalism. However, if I were to put a Mexican flag or Che Guevara or Fidel Castro on my car, I was confident that no one would vandalize my car because of that. And that is very wrong. With this point in mind, it becomes apparent that anyone seeking to make America great again must take into account the type of Americans in America. You want an America with American citizens that love America. In my subsequent article on the US birthright citizenship, I will address this issue of the types and quality of people America needs in order to be great again. This is the land of the free and home of the brave. America can simply not afford to have generations upon generations of actual US citizens being so unpatriotic. Neither can America afford to continue to accept immigrants that refuse or lack the ability to embrace the US Constitution and beliefs. President Trump absolutely means well for America. America has not had a president like Trump in over 100 years. And by that, I mean since President McKinley, whom I am currently studying his presidency and politics during his time. We are blessed to have an intelligent president like President Trump that genuinely loves and cares for America. The end of my article. So, what do you guys think? Share your thoughts in the comments down below. Well, that's all I have to say for now. Until next time, take care of your lovely selves. And remember, life is beautiful and worth living.